something that showed up in my meditation, and that was about there was the finiteness and how we as humans tend to forget that everything in this world is actually finite. So as I was meditating today, what really surfaced for me was that I have heard this oftentimes and read about acceptance, but acceptance doesn't really naturally happen or occur to me. And what I've realized is, especially over the years, the harder you try, it almost becomes like a fight and a struggle. Now there are a lot of ways you can pray, you can meditate, you can chant, you can read the word to essentially feel that. But today morning what happened was truly remarkable, because I felt a lot of acceptance afterwards. And what happened was I immediately started with questioning the need, not the need, but rather the intensity of attachment, where I get attached to either an outcome or a result or an object of desire so much that I cannot really proceed, and it hurts and it creates a pain. So when I meditated on it, what I uncovered that at the root of that was this desire, not desire, but rather this forgetfulness of not remembering that everything in this world that we experience is finite. And what that means is essentially our brothers, sisters, our family members who we are born into, our parents, our kids, everything is finite. Our time with them is finite. Our lovers, our food that we eat, every single second that we spend on this planet Earth is finite. And it's all drifting away slowly from us. So what does that mean? That does not mean to have a fatalistic attitude where, at least for me, what it made me feel was not to feel fatalistic around, oh, since everything is going to end, why bother? But rather have a very, I would say, constructive and a positive attitude towards it, where the finite nature of an experience created a sense of deep desire to honor and love deeper everybody. And when I say everybody, what I mean by that is all the virtues that all of the religious scriptures or even the spiritual people talk about, leaders talk about, things like truth, honesty, steadfastness, faith, love, kindness, compassion. All these are essentially stemming from one very deep-rooted feeling of finiteness, that everything is super finite, and everything is limited, and every second is passing away. So what is the best way to spend this time on planet Earth that we have? And what showed up for me in my meditation is to be really true manifestation of God and divinity, which is what? God, whatever you want to call it, universal energy. It is the ultimate healer. So many calamities happen, so many things go wrong, and God always restores things, and it always restores things back. Look at any time in the entire history of planet Earth or this universe, everything that has ever been broken down has been restored. So if we were born in the image of God, then we are essentially to live like that. Generosity, compassion, kindness, faith, and virtues, especially things like honesty and integrity. And at the root of it all is also the the intense desire and commitment, the sankalpa, the intention to not create pain. I know there are a lot of times when people have created pain for me and I've created pain too for others. And when I go back and look at it, I think that is the biggest learning that I can take away from it. So what does that mean? That the finite nature of things must inspire us to be compassionate to others and to ourselves, and kind, and lovingly declare that we are not going to create pain for each other. If you have a child who you've hurt, or if you have a parent who you've hurt unconsciously, go and say, I'm sorry for creating that pain for you. If you have a partner, if you have a lover, if you have a wife or a husband who you believe you've caused some pain, go and hold their hand and tell them that you are not happy about the fact that you create pain for them. There is an intense beauty in having a sacred bond between two people. And that's what essentially is the concept of marriage. Now, people I know have a hard time either committing or being in one relationship, and they go from relationship to relationship. But really at the core of it all is probably the lack of understanding of who we really are, and really not knowing ourselves, and making choices from that place of less realized human being or less realized soul or consciousness. Because once you realize who you are, you will not declare your love to anybody lightly. But once you declare your love for somebody, you would honor it lifelong. And that's how I see the bond of marriage, or a bond of parent-child, or a bond of two friends. Loving somebody involves deep honoring of both what you share and of the boundaries between the two people. So this is a very, very big concept which I can create a lot of material on, and I will. But today I want to end this again a gentle reminder to myself, and hopefully all of you will benefit from this, that the finite nature of this life must inspire us to be kind, loving, honest, truthful individuals, human beings who do not create pain for others, but rather serve one purpose of healing this world endlessly. Thank you for listening. I'll leave you with this music piece that will hopefully heal you and help you connect with the concept of finite wisdom, finiteness.